A lot of cars to cover. What's up, YouTube? Welcome. We're going to look at a lot of cars. Got some small cars back in action. A lot of cars I bought recently. Some new releases, some that I've been backfilling through. Some older ones. And yeah, we're going to take a look. And we're going to start with the nice Mercedes. This is the mid-80s 190. This car is a 2.5 four-cylinder car. A lot of head work. I believe on these cars, what made them so quick, they had a Cosworth head on these little cars. 16 valve 4. High horsepower for the day. Lightweight chassis. A lot of these cars stick shift, I believe. So, awesome cars. This one is in a race livery. And again, another premium release with the Mercedes casting. I have not seen it yet on a mainline. And I've taken one of these apart. The roll cage is separate plastic, so it's like another piece. Something that might add to why it's not seen as a mainline, who knows. But it's sweet. I was finally able to find the first release of this car, so now I got all three of them, which I'm very excited about. Really good casting. I'd say this car is pretty accurate for scaling to 1/64th, or darn close to it. This is the Momo livery. It's a little simple on the side, sort of. You got the silver disc wheels, sort of. Turbine. That style. Mercedes-Benz. Tampoed on the windshield, which is cool. It's the first time I've seen this windshield tampo. The other two don't have a tampo on it. We'll take a look at that in a second. But just going around the car. What's cool about these cars is the chassis shines through because of the bases usually. The other two are basically bare metal. This one's black and it has a black interior, but on the other two cars you can see through to the floor, so I like that. You can see that the roll cage on this one, instead of black, is done in yellow. Thought that was cool. Great detail on the taillights. I love it. Even has Momo on the wing. You can see the depth of the fender. It's just a nice unit. So there's the Mercedes, black base. You can see the lettering there. Always a good roller. Good tampo work on the front. The grille is done good. And you can look at that compared to the other release behind it. It's kind of just all blacked out. And really the best one, in my opinion, is this bad boy, which I was just recently able to get. That's the black 190. That thing is just awesome. But I just wanted to throw the castings in so everybody could see it, how they compare. Project Cars one, a lot of people have this. This is kind of around my area, this thing hangs around a little bit still, so if you're into customizing, it's a good car to get, especially for these wheels. I was able to do the wheels on that BMW in the background at custom with these wheels, painting them. So yeah, but definitely the Momo car really stands out, and I also have the Momo set from all the other cars, so I just love it. It'll fit in great. So a 190E by Hot Wheels. So move her out of the way. We're going to do some Hot Wheels, guys. We got a lot of them. Next up, we have Project Cars. This one is part of the entertainment part line. They have two couple Back to the Future cars. They got the Gas Monkey Corvette. That's out. So it's this package. Looking good. I'm going to do this here real quick. We'll raise it up. So, nice card art. Really nice. Take a look here. Got two of these. On this set, they always kind of address what the car is. They don't really talk about the other ones in the series. It's kind of interesting. So there's the card. Great car, and here's the vehicle. So we're going to look at the both NSX in a second. First one is this one. I'll just go briefly over it. I like this car just because of the way it looked. It's a good looking car. See if I can get this to focus. There it goes. Metal base. Black. No, red. Yeah. The other one's black. You can see the information there. Everything's tampoed very well. Taillights, got the rear diffuser, looks really good. The thickness of the wing is pretty good. It's not too thick. So, I mean, you know, the window arches are nice. It's done good. There's the back deck. Got your top there. Whole kind of like minimal headlight detail. Car sits good though. You can see. There's the Project Cars Acura NSX. And now we're going to look at the other GT3 NSX, the blue one. Great looking car. I was able to find another one to have a card of it. You know, this is one of the open track cars. This one was 4 of 5. Cool looking card art. These will look good on the wall where the Hotwheels are. Of course, there's a set. Got everyone except the Skyline. I'm sure I'll get the Skyline soon if it ever shows up. So there's that one. Put this over to the side real quick. So let's take a look at this here blue one. Pearl blue. Really, really nice car. I think the graphics on this car is done a little bit better than the Advan car. It's got Acura licensing, of course. Paint's done great. Look how good that front sits. This one, the headlight's a little bit off to me. This one's very crisp looking. Good looking car. There's the wheels. Deep black. So these are black, and the ones that are on this one are gray. So you kind of see it on the camera better on the gray, but the black looks really good on this blue. So definitely probably into the blue one a little bit more, but they're awesome cars. They look good. I'm starting to build up like these GT cars up a little bit, so especially in different classes. So they're nice. They look good on the shelf together. Definitely happy to have it in the collection. So those are my Acuras. Put those over there. All right, we got a beautiful car. This car is a Audi R8 LMS car. So this, you know, these are long distance turn racing, GT racing, that kind of stuff based on production chassis car. So really cool series. A lot of people follow it. This one represents like, you know, kind of like an Audi factory car. Almost like a development vehicle. It's got the Audi Sport right here. Let's see if the camera picks it up. This also has the black wheels. They're just great looking wheels. They always look good. Paint is white. Looking at it real quick. It's a little thin. But it's hard to get that white to go, you know, because I don't think they primer these cars. So the other thing about it, ruby red, so it's like this bottom here, it's like a candy. It's very nice, actually. So you just have the trim of the car red. I only bought one of these. If anything, if I have the whole set, I usually have it open if I like it that much, and you know, I'll get doubles of the cars I like a lot, but this one I just got one. You know, cars get, you know, he gets a bunch of money on these cars. Usually I'll have second thoughts to get it later if I see it, but I think the Audi will hang around. A lot of people like obviously the the Skyline, and then I'd say the Acura would be second. But you know, the Mercedes is awesome. So is the gray Mercedes. Man, I got that one too, and that's gonna look really good. You'll see that in a second. We got a lot of cars to go through tonight. So yeah, card art on that. Great looking car. I didn't get the first release of this one, you know, in premium. I didn't really like the Tampa work, but this one looks really good. I like the factory look to it. Great car. Audi R8 race car. Okay. So what are we gonna look at? We're gonna look at another race car. Really good looking car. Actually, well, I forgot the Mercedes. Put that Mercedes over there. Another Mercedes. This is the AMG GT3 2016. This car, Once I got it out of the package today, I'll focus on it. It is really actually almost a stunner. I mean, for the price, this car is like a premium car. Very heavy car because it's metal on metal, of course. It's got the lace wheels, rubber. They look great in the black finish. And it's gray with yellow, so that's a great color combination anyway. Any race car painted like that looks really good. It's got a great look to it. Car sits just perfectly low, like they're supposed to. I mean, this thing is just a great car. Really, really good car. Beautiful, beautiful car. I love how deep the casting goes. Take a look at that real quick. Just talking about, like, you know, how deep the hood is and how fine the detail is on the compound curve on this car. And taillights are done great. It's just like a little piece of car jewelry. It's got a gray finish on the bottom, so it's not the same paint as the one painted on the car. And it's got the pattern there that they put on them, which are really cool. Looks really great, that zigzag. So there's your casting information. That's how it looks. Just an awesome car. You can see the lace wheel. Fairly thick, but you know, the profile of the wing is perfect. It's exactly where it's supposed to be height wise. Car sits perfectly level. Tampa work on the windshield. I got the main line of this car too, and I was probably going to do it up, but you need a larger wheel. And I put on some whatever, the 10 spoke or whatever it is. It doesn't fill it out, so you definitely need a larger wheel. This car is just done just perfect. I love it. And car art again depicts the vehicle. Look at this bad boy. Really good car. Fast race car. Good fast race car. A lot of people are successful with it. But yeah, it's killer. Killer artwork. Love it. Of course, you have the same back on it. Yeah, so Mercedes. A lot of Mercedes cars. There we go. And forgot that. I don't think we looked at the artwork to that car. Momo Mercedes. Good stuff, right? Good stuff. So again, look good with all the open track cars. Hopefully we get the Skyline. I'm sure I'll find it. So there's a Mercedes artwork. And then we had a little kind of a funny car. And I more got this car not because I get the Back to the Future stuff, just because I wanted the Ford casting. It's a cool casting. They released it a few years ago, same way with the poop and everything, all over it. Everybody knows, watch that Back to the Future, knows what happened. He took that truck and dumped it all over that dude's car. So that's what it is. Bringing it through right here. What's cool about it is it does come out and it changes the look, of course, of the car tremendously. Just pull it off. Now we got that bright red interior. And we got the flat paint. And it's got some really good detail on the car. I think it's a not too old of a casting, but not too new either. So has a good width of the body, but the wheels are very inset. Put drag slicks on it, even though they're white walls. So that's kind of cool. Car's got a rake to it. Ford Super Deluxe. You know, this car probably like a post-war car, you know, like 47, 48. 49 type car. No, not 49. I think 48, 47 basically. Then they went to the little shoebox Ford type cars. So yeah, there she is. Maybe pre-war even, you know. Had cars close to this. They had running boards. You know, they didn't have running boards after. So a good car. Kind of like an older school type Hot Wheel car. But the scale's kind of good. You know, the car fits in good with the scale. So that was another reason I got it. So there's that. And then I found one more Hot Wheels. I was going to the flea market and I found a few, you know, older stuff to fill in. But this one was kind of noteworthy because it'll fit in with my Porsches that I get. And so this is a 914-6. Well, you know, dash 6 meaning it's not the 4-cylinder. Here's the card art first. I took the car out real quick. So one of the older race days. I had the 911 race day. Never had this one. Of course, if you do remember back then, those are the cars that you get. I do have that Porsche up there, so I wanted the other one. I should have got the 962 when I see it, but I'll probably catch that one eventually. So there's the card art. Throwback really. Olden day Hot Wheels when they were first doing this, starting to ramp it up. And I love this car. It's a great car, fast car, a small car, the 6-cylinder, always a good combination. Flat 6, of course, Porsche. It's got Urban Outlaw on it, but I like the color combination. It's got the basically BBS 2-piece wheels, but it's got the gold lip on it, and it's really good. It's got the roll cage. It's got the flares. They don't tampo the back, but that's fine. It's got good molding, and I like the size of it. Actually, this one, compared it to my Matchbox 914 car, and this one's smaller, so I like that it's, because this is a tiny car, really, very tiny car. It was a collaboration with Volkswagen, really, as well. So, cool car. Love it. Glad to have it. Rolls out good. This one's not getting drilled out or nothing. Some cars I'll do that with, but not that one. Alright, so that's our Hot Wheels for today. Okay, now we're going to go into some other premium lines. We are going to look at an Autoworld M2. We're going to look at Greenlight. Autoworld. Beautiful car. This is another Trans Am car. Silver. So I got the red, the blue, and now the silver. I don't have the white. Probably that's the other one I want. But again, when you see these cars at the store, they've come down in price. So $5 on these cars now if you get them regular retail. So good car, good investment, good stuff. With Autoworld, they make some great castings. You have to kind of almost pick and choose, unless you're really crazy and have a lot of storage, what cars you're going to want to go after, because they're going to reproduce them a lot in different desirable color combinations. This is one of them to me. I kind of like it. Not a lot of silver cars back then like this. So when you see them painted up, it looks good. It's factory color combination that you could get on this car. And we've all looked at the Trans Am. Again, it has a great base on it. And the wheels are really good, and they have the right size tires to me. I just like the way the car sits. And of course, the mid-year Trans Am front end looked great too. The single headlights. So I like it. Love it. Another quality piece by Autoworld, of course. This is the 2015 area of the release. What is this? It's a 75 TA Release 4 Premium Series. So look at the box real quick. It's always fun because they give you the little box to have there. And then, of course, that was the set there. You can see. Of course, it's not going to focus here. There we go. That way you don't have to get your readers out. There you go, everybody. Yep, back in the day. It was a few years ago for everybody. But they're coming out to fill in the void. They had this backstock, this beautiful flood of backstock that is coming out. So get your goods while they're hot. Come into your Walmart. You know what I mean? All right, another Greenlight. This is a more recent release. This is out of their hobby series. The one that looks like the little hobby shop series. This is a 1984 G-Body car, Monte Carlo. Awesome car, done in the rarer blue for the SS. I didn't touch the wheels or anything. That's how it came out of the box. Needs a little bit of a touch up on the wheels in terms of putting a little bit more of a black wash. But other than that, car's right on. It's probably one of the best 1/64 scale G-Body Monte Carlos ever done. Because most of them are either too narrow, too short, the windows were wrong. Something was always incorrect about this car. It's probably the best one I've seen. The only other better ones you can get, 1/24 scale monogram, Revell, and then also 1/18 scale. Ertl did an awesome one. So did Welly, but Ertl did a really good 1/18 scale car. when it was still Ertl, American Muscle. Now it's Autoworld. So those are going for 150, 100 at least, if you can find one. So this has that look, shape. It's got the right size wheels and tires. It looks very good. Unfortunately, when General Motors made these cars, they only put 305s in them. Never had a 350 in this car, unfortunately. People did, obviously, conversions, but it was always a 305 car carbed with an automatic transmission. That's basically how the SS came. Always had the hard top. There's your spoiler, match the body color. And, yeah, your tucked in bumpers. And then, of course, your SS front end. Great car. This 84 car, but it led to the aero back. Same car, but it would have the aero glass on it. Same situation in the 70s when they were running those cars. Late 60s, 70s when they had the tunnel backs. And they changed into the real full trim fastback style because, again, these windows, they don't do good on the super speedways. And this was the body style that General Motors was using back then. I love it. I love Monte Carlo cars. Even when they started in 1970, they were great. But this is cool. You know, it's in a rare color. Blue on blue car. SS Monte Carlo. Console car, bucket seat. Has the right tampo on the back. You can see how they trimmed out the taillights in black like they did. And then it had the SS. And then on a quarter panel, right there, they had the blue stripe and the SS as a fade because it faded out on those stickers when they tamped them up in the factory. I just like the way they looked. You know, they faded them from the factory, kind of did a fade. That was cool. So, Greenlight, congratulations. You did another good one. This car goes back a few years, this casting. I think it's 2015 car, 2014 car. So, they're out there, but they didn't use it too much. And it's a shame. It's a great car. So, if you can see one of these, pick it up. They're great. They are wonderful. Another car, they got out of the same series, Barrett Jackson. This is the 70 Pontiac Judge convertible. It's a 4-speed car with Ram Air 4 package, 455 motor. So, highly optioned vehicle, Pontiac registration, or whatever they had on the bill. We're saying this is a 1 of 24 combination with the Ram Air 4 and the 4-speed. So, right way to have it, really. Stick shift on these cars, a lot more fun. None of those old automatics were. This is a 70 Pontiac, so it's going to have that little bit more of a wraparound look bumper and Dura front end on this car. Borrowed heavily, you know, from the Firebird, so they were kind of sharing their look a little bit. Looks great on this. You know, this is one of the best cars they did, besides the Chevelle. Great body style car. Everybody loves that Pontiac. And this is that rare green color with the spears. You had the side spears in there, and they had that yellow and green. So really cool. Everybody knows the orange and the white ones and this and that, but green it was cool. Yeah, white top, black interior. So that would have been probably the only other better would have looked like triple white, you know, inside. So you had the white. Black dash, white seats, white top. That would be really cool. But, you know, with reproduction, you're going to change it. The only thing about this car that I noticed, body's awesome on it. This windshield's a little bit tall. So come down just slightly if you can see that. They didn't stick up that at that angle, a little bit further. But that's it, really. The size of the windshield's good. Just needs to be in the right spots. It's up a little bit too much. That's all right. Got Judge on the back there too, and right there. It's just a cool car, so happy to have that in the collection as well. Again, you don't get the muscle cars that you like, definitely, because there's tons of muscle cars out there. And another goofy little truck to end the session. I had this here Mercury. This I think it was a Walmart exclusive M2 machine car. So it's a 65 Mercury truck. A little Econoline. Didn't last that long, I don't think. The Mercury line. But they did do the vans. Just like Plymouth did vans too. And 4x4s. So it's funny how that worked out. But yeah. So this is a cargo van. And it's got some sweet wheels on it too. They're rolled out straight. And you can see Mercury done on the back there. So that's a cool little van, a little red van, metal base. These are cool. Cool little van, red. Yep. So that's the end of the session. So we had a lot of cars to look at today. We had some open track cars just came out. We had a little older Hot Wheels. As you can see, the scales on them are pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. Got that sweet little Porsche car. Yep. So some good stuff. Good stuff. More to come. Might be getting another F100 truck. And certainly more Hot Wheels are on their way. So, till next time, have a good one.